Hi everybody, you found what to play next. We're bringing you everything that is awesome in gaming, like this. I love Don't Nod. Y'all told me that this was, it. And I'm taking your word for it. I love Don't Nod games, so. This is Gerda of Flame in Winter. It looked kind of Slavic, and Slavic is huge right now. I think that people are trying to get to more folklore roots and a little bit less in the way of fairy tales. It's just been a time for it, we had so many things go wrong, and this is where people go to get, get warm community understanding of that sort of thing.
Når det så bliver aften, går jeg til hjemegnen hen. Just som den gang jeg traf den, fylder glæden mit sind. Du træt, trist og tvær,
Slavic mythology is cool. They have this great lingual trade line, similar to what the Middle East handles now, where they just pass gossip like crazy. So people just talk to each other a lot. The station looks the same as ever. When I watch the count has changed since I was here last. Gerda! What's up, Anders? How's the Habs? Oh, we're friends. Wow. Get me a jump to conclusion maps for Christmas. Can't believe you're finally home. How was the journey? Horrid. We'll play the croquet. There were so many people on the train, we were practically sitting on each other's laps. Suppose everyone is hurrying home for Christmas. Will a surprise cheer you up? Friend, I say yes to presents. Cash. If you want to donate time, you'd be surprised. Let's call it an early Christmas present. But first, guess which hand it's in. It's in the right one. The lady is correct. It's a scarf. Do you like it? I wasn't sure. Oh, it's lovely, thank you. So lovely, in fact, that I'm going to put it on right this instant. How do I look? Obviously, scarves go around our heads. Who did not know that? Like a force to be reckoned with. Do you ever know my indomitable spirit, sir? Ah, Motion, there you are. Papa, hi! I'm so sorry I wasn't here to help you get off the train. I had to assist some passengers on the other platform. Herr Klein, it's good to see you. Germany is weird. I'm not going to call Germany Slavic because it's not. But there's such a center for that sort of trade. Kind of can't cut them out either. Hello, Anders, likewise. Papa, did you notice anything different about me? Different? Well, let's see. Did you do something with your hair? Getting close. Is that a new scarf you're wearing? Yes, Anders just gave it to me. So it looks mighty fine on you, Motion. You think your mother would like a scarf like that? As long as it's not the same color. How is she, by the way? I assume she's turned the house upside down because we're coming for dinner. She practically chased me out with a broom. So I took an early shift at the station. That way I could also be here when you arrived. I suppose this young man here beat me to it. Now let me take your suitcase, dear. No, allow me. Papa, you take it. He's still on duty after all. The level of confidence a person has in you, it affects what you can persuade that person to do. That's interesting. Places that handle stories have hard barter as far as personal relationships go. So it's like the microtransaction of the past. We still kind of use it, but it's more in between cultures. When you run into a subculture in America, you'll switch to microtransactions if you feel out of it, where you kind of keep track of what's going on, versus just going with your gut every time. Trust can be gained and lost. Even in the same conversation, gaining the trust of one person can sometimes cost it another's. Keep ho, off we go. Papa gets to carry a suitcase. I'm sorry, sir, there's a right way to do things. Anders looks a bit hurt. Ooh, there's a chance system? That brings the real world home. That's what we loved about any sort of fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, to just, the storytelling in movies. A successful chance roll will yield a positive outcome. Failing one yields an unexpected or negative outcome, but still moves the story forward. Darling, please don't be upset. My dad needs this. He's getting older, I'll let you carry all of my luggage from now on. Promise? You silly man. No, let's not keep Papa waiting for too long. Otherwise, he'll think we've eloped. Everyone ready to go? I was born ready to go, yo. Get me a blanket and a car. Chuck some stuff on. Mjoln there, Herr Klein. Taking off for the day. Indeed. Celebrating my daughter's return from big city. Ah, that's right. Young lady here is officially a nurse. I hear rumors about wedding bells, too. Suppose there was no need for that education after all, eh? Actually, I'm gonna help out at Dr. Lindholm's clinic. We're very modern. Herr Klein, will we be seeing you at the party rally this Thursday? Certainly, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Splendid. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Are you a member of the party now, Papa? I am. Your Uncle Klaus persuaded me to join last week. I don't believe it. I think we have a real chance of moving the border further north. But what about Mom? What did she have to say? Your mother is still getting used to the idea, but she'll come around. With all due respect, Herr Klein, how can you support a party that endorses Nazi values? Those values are not why I joined. The party, it's offering us a real chance to get our land back. Sorry, sir, but I have to disagree. We might only be 10 kilometers from the German border. Last I checked, Tinglev is a part of Sonderjylland. And Sonderjylland is part of Denmark. I didn't realize they were that close together. Listen here, young man. You're not old enough to know the history of this area. Well, this is getting heated. What do I say? Papa, that's in the past. Ooh, looks like I got a negative. Why do we keep digging this up? You're too young to understand, Melson. This is about culture and nationality and feeling like a stranger in your own home. Oh, -1 for the Germans, +1 for the Danes. Level of affinity you have with the faction of people who belong to it, how well you understand them in spirit. During conversations, the right side of your screen will show changes to your relations with the different factions. Surely it can't be that bad. I suppose we'll have to disagree on the matter some. Let's not spoil the Christmas feast. News about this war in the rest of Europe is bad enough as it is. How about we go home and enjoy the delicious dinner Mama prepared for us? You're right, dear. There's no use arguing about this. Besides, the war is never so far away. The war is so far away it'll never reach us. So he has a different affiliation. This is Denmark after all. Wow. That's crazy. So they're on completely different sides.
But war did come. Only a few months later, on April 9th, 1940, German forces crossed the Danish border. In towns like ours, German only a generation before, the occupiers were received warmly, in other towns with hostility. Within 2 hours, the government capitulated. Within 4, the fighting stopped. The king gave a speech, urging calm and cooperation to avoid needless bloodshed. Most of us listened. For years, life moved along normally, if a bit uncertain, and some of us delayed our lives, waiting for the war to end. Only a few upstarts, mostly communists and young students, made trouble for the Germans, with limited public support. But then, in 1943, the winds of war blew in from the east, and German supremacy no longer seemed assured. then more Danes began to rise up, and the occupation became more violent. The Germans disbanded the Danish military, took over our police, and began shooting those who rose against them. But neither side had clean hands. The resistance executed informants, snitchers, and collaborators. Danes fought against Danes. Even in our little rural hamlet, the soldiers came. The Gestapo came. The war bared its bloody fangs. Abroad, German lines were collapsing, their forces folding under Allied advance. But our town was a powder keg, ready to explode. We knew the war would be over soon. We only had to keep our heads down a little longer.
Wow, so this is one of those. Not a lot of games try to tackle the story side, you know, away from German advancement or American, you know, the American strike into Europe for the Great Wars. And this one does it from behind the lines, which is generally an extraordinarily emotional experience. Most Americans have no idea what it's like to be occupied. They don't understand another country, and they don't understand why they're so strict or cold or bossy, why they bargain so hard, or why they, you know, have systems of barter at all. Just stumbling my way through an early morning. I didn't mean to wake you. What time is it? It's only 4. What are you doing up this early? Promised a customer who'd have his car repaired before lunch. Can't afford to lose any customers. Can you keep your wife warm a little longer? It's freezing in here. I'd love to, but that customer's going to be really cranky if they don't get his car fixed on time. Don't get up. I'd love to do some breakfast. Have a lovely day. Be sure to feed the chickens before I leave. So this kind of offers you the opportunity to see, you know, when your base structures are torn apart, and they're trying to keep them together, obviously. Especially divided and then torn apart. People just get colder. Things like the story that you make get more important. Mama's been sending me letters every week since she moved to Copenhagen. She'd moved if Papa hadn't joined the party. Handle his barbecues. So it looks like you're going to walk around and kind of reminisce. Just to get a little bit more atmo. Andrew's prepared some porridge. Need to find something like this. So it seems dependent a lot on trust, but then, like I said, also those microtransactions, you know? And that's what they have, and they put together a story with them. And that helps keep them out of trouble, you know? Just to have this internal dialogue, constantly be keeping track of things. Tidy up a little while we wait. The place is getting messy. So they put you in a very normal, everyday. Christmas was over a month ago. Situation, just to kind of give you a story to interact with. Low pressure, you know, not enough gas, just life. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. I'm until the forage burns. I guess I should grab that. Pretty way to start the day. It smells wonderful. Let's see if Anders is left yet. Perhaps he's still feeding the chickens. KOFI is down there. Buy this chicken coffee, $1 make me smile. Or you can support us on Patreon. If you have a particular, if Forgot his coat. That's crazy. Oh, grab the coat. Anyways, if you want to make sure that something happens, you know, if you have a game that's still in demo or whatever, that you want to see to it that it comes out, even if it's not your game, just give us a heads up. I do a lot of pro bono work for the indie community, but I've also worked with larger companies. If you have a question for Dev, anything like that, buy us a coffee and we'll talk. You can just donate if you love that we always find you awesome games. Make a good excuse to visit him after work. Well, you have all the excuses you need, sweetheart. Get him his coat. My journal. You're not gonna let me leave without being able to chronicle my thoughts, huh? Alrighty then. Either way, definitely smash subscribe and hit the bell. It'll pop you up a little thumbnail. So if you were looking for something, oh wow, Denmark, just interesting, you know, and deep. This is like one of those still waters run deep sort of tales. Then this would be the game for you. Something you can definitely look into. We obviously cover all sorts of games, and you just, you know, pop up that thumbnail and see if you want to spend some time with us. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for the ride, and we'll see you in the next video. Smash subscribe, hit the bell, hit like. Don't want to head out of this chat. No, I definitely want to see if our husband needs his coat. Seems important. I guess if you're in a hurry, you just do have come too far. Oh, there you are. Just listen to this future. Didn't need to get up. You find a forage? Thank you. It's cooling off. Couldn't sleep. I'm afraid it's too cold for the chickens. Left this inside, so it's better. I don't know what I was thinking. Must be the boys. I just need wrapped up here.